Someone just whizzing into oh, it's no other volume.
I'll say you want. Right lads, just before I announced the team this morning, as always, I don't want any mucking about today from going there to coming back. You're going there professional and you're coming back professional. Do what you like this afternoon after. I don't want any acting about, any mucking about. We're doing a job of work this morning, and that's to bring that cup back. That's every man jack of you. The team then this morning: Mick Robinson in goal, back four, John Eagle at number 2, Rich Dix at number 5, Pete Mingeela 6, Paul Cool 3. Midfield: Martin Ingleson number 4, Ian Kerr 8, Steve Atkinson 7. Up front, Mick Dennis 11, Dave Higgins 9, and Paul Broadbent 10. Subs: 12, Paddy Parr, 14, Steve French. Some of you missed out this morning, I can understand how you're feeling. But that's the thing about finals. It's not one on sentiment, I'm not here to win friends. Can you stand on with them, ladies? No, just check back your pictures. I'm here to win cups. Phil did enough last week to get back in team. He's been a regular first 10 games, but unfortunately injuries put you out, Phil. And on one game I couldn't risk it. Just a couple of things before we have our breakfast. You'll see I've done a few crosses on there. I want Ian Kerr to take corners from both sides this morning. If Frenchie comes on, then he can alternate with you. Okay. Watch this, because I'm sick of saying it every Sunday, it's not happening. Them crosses are our players, right? That is Dave Higgins. I want you there for corners on near post, Dave. Right? Yeah. Here, Pete Mingeela to take back post with Akko. Have you got that? Dicko, Rich, I want you in this position with McCain. So you two are running from this side. Yeah? And somebody to get on the goalkeeper, so that means the spare man who's going up gets in front of the goalkeeper on the man, which will be Scholar. I want to see a man there to worry him. The other thing before we go into anything else, if Pete Mingeela goes up, you should be knowing now somebody covers. I haven't been happy the last few weeks. Discipline hasn't been there, it wants to be there today. Because if it isn't, one mistake and they could win the cup. And I don't want football played in wrong areas again, as I always say. Any doubt, you just knock it out, you don't get given a throwing away then. Right, special jobs for this morning. Rich Dixon, I want you to do a man-to-man job on Bernard up front. So if he goes on to wing Cooley, you went to middle. Okay, so if he's taking him out, you went to middle to cover. But that's your job, just man-to-man marking. Steve Atkinson, you've got a job this morning. Jerry McDermott on midfield. I want you on his bootlaces all the time. I don't want to see him getting a kick, and I don't want him giving 2 yards at any time. They play with 5 men at the back, with Arnott sweeping. Now if he's allowed time, he'll sweep well. Scholar, I want you on his feet, right? So he doesn't allow to sweep. I don't want him allowed the time to come over. You stand with him, right? So be looking for Scholar to give him an early ball. You know what the corners have been into that? Mick Robinson, you've been playing just lately as though you've been in a library. You can shout on a football field. And if it's a ball to go out, or it's a ball you want, I want me to win on halfway line, not a whisper. Another thing, if you want any more motivation this morning, they've been talking as though we're second rate. They're quite confident beating us this morning. And I'm not sure we're good enough to win where we've been playing. You're all going to look at yourselves this morning and say, have I been doing a good job or not? Because in certain departments, like I say, discipline hasn't been there. And they're quite careful, they're going there with nothing to lose this morning. And they're talking as second rate because they beat the Aberdeen. They rate the Aberdeen, they don't rate us. So we got there this morning and shown that we can play. The other thing, they're going to mark Ian out again. I do know that. So you're going to have to just battle on here. So that means I don't want Martin dinking balls inside to win this morning. Only when he's loose, because you've got an habit every time you see him, you're knocking him inside, and we've been in trouble time and time again through that ball. So he's free by all means. And for Christ's sake this morning, somebody take the responsibility and have a shot. We've been making openings, the forward's been there, you've been looking for that extra pass that we don't need. If you've got an opening, let's have a go. I don't want another bloody pretty pass and it's all dropping down. If we hit them early on this morning, we've won it. The longer the game goes on, they'll get confident like Cayton did. To be quite honest, lads, there was only one team in it like 20 minutes in the semi-final, it wasn't us. So I don't want that happening again. Remember what I've said, have your breakfast, we'll have a talk at the ground. What we're doing at the ground, we'll all go in tops, you've got a top each, we'll get changed here. We'll go in the dressing room, you can go out for a kickabout, and then you come back in, 10 minutes before kick-off, we'll have another talk, get your tops off and go back out again. Single file as we did last year. Any questions? Okay then.
Are we getting changed into our normal gear?
You're getting changed here.
Yeah.
And so manager John Webster there leaves his team in no doubt whatsoever as to how he wants them to set about winning the McCain Cup. To describe the action on the field, let's join our match commentator, Ivan Ash.
Morning lads!
Yeah.
So there, referee Mike O'Brien, with the match ball, and the two captains, Pete Geller and Neil Colin Ars, sorry, Neil the big fat one. Mike O'Brien, police inspector, and there's two linesmen there, George Blake on the right hand side, Mr Foster, Paul Foster. Handshakes all around, beautiful sunny morning here at McCain for this final of the McCain. The Duchess, formerly known as the North British Gas, Duchess, the white, British Gas, refreshing grey, black and white stuff. The O'Brien laying the ball down, I suppose he would do, the police inspector. Before it starts, using some spray, or finger points there.
Get this mile foot camera.
Shortly, I'm sure we'll touch it. The teams are going to turn around. What wind there is, there's always wind at McCain's, is blowing from the left to the right. Is really good.
Come on. We don't need that, do we? We play a bit of football. Let's get the game won now. Come on.
Big man. Dense, long, flowing hair. Better view.
Let's have a battle in there, White. Come on. Come in the flight. Yeah. Come on. Come on, heads up. Get out. Come on, Come on, let's have it then.
Underway. Cool. Early took some Mick Robbins. So that people aren't in the same box shirt.
Good kick, Mick. Good kick, Ricky!
Dennis and Reeves. After this. It's still far from the same ball. Still scrappy. You missed kicks there. Go ahead.
Good lad.
Then around Wade to Carlton. One ball forward.
We got
The first chance, Bob Bernard being pushed wide left.
Help him then. Magic Johnny.
There's the shot that doesn't Curl loses out. Steve Atkins. Big fella. Years ago, a very nasty broken leg. Good to see him back on the pitch. More midfield. Being centre forward. Forward. Third. Into Atkins. Broadbent. Ball out to Dennis. There's a cross in. Is he going to leap? Higgins. It is. Let's say it's going to go wrong. First chance.
That's what it's about, isn't it?
There's the half goal. Don't produce the reasonable save for Ross.
Get out! John, lad! Come in! Give it time, son!
So here's the game. Tries to find ball, but Ross comes out.
Too late!
Goes to the back, with the ball.
Go wide!
Dennis. Eyeball to eyeball.
How many steps are we on in there? Get up there, Bob!
With most of those, Ingleton loses out with the control. He throws the gash and the poles in the table. It's not as English as young Carlton.
Get up some more, come on! Come behind me. Get on him!
And Joe Dixon up highest. North Yorkshire School Centre up. And Ian Minghella charge of keeping the British gas out. They lost one game all season. There's the throw. Not on, bit of danger. Here's who got it clear. That's how to play for a throw.
Again then. Come on then.
3 minutes gone, no score.
Get over them, John.
Lovely Sunday morning. The warmest it's been at McCain. So this is I've been getting winter and summer. Most unusual. Gentle breeze from left to right. Very pleasant morning.
Hey, Jamie! Just have a look.
Just stay well fed and watered.
Come on!
Take this cup.
How wide down? Come on, right!
Neil arms. Bludgeon his way through it. Roving slips up. Eagles couldn't get there. Dave Johnson. Stocky figure of Dave Johnson. Others would describe it as tubby. There's Carty looking for the long ball. And going the way. The broadbent leads his way. For the man to beat. He couldn't. It's Colin Arnott. Playing in the back for British Gas. He was caught for it to get straight. The ball is cold. Gather in first. Higgins. making tracks on the left. He's giving it to Broadbent. Lost him behind the crowd. And he's lost the ball. But he's won a throw-in. Neil Arnold dispossessed him. Paul Cool will take this trio.
2-1-2 wide, 2-1-6.
Long throw to the head of Higgins.
Remember to take up the ground on the way back, eh?
There's Higgins, there's the head on. It's got in the air and Ross.
Far left.
5 minutes gone. Ross will only call him
White ball! Come on! Go, Dave, but it's gone, eh?
Gas attack.
Get going!
Robert Higgins and Dennis enjoy a fruitful morning. Dixon again up high. So just out of your shot, Pigman Giller. Got a knock, right leg, limping very painfully. Robinson urges him for better efforts. Dixon again. Knocks up at the back and Miguel is still hobbling. Or is it the way he walks? No, he's hobbling. With the shot, you'll see Big Neil out. Just a moment. Carlton's going to take this through. I don't think he can throw it that far. But some pressure from Gas. That'll be a corner. Dixon won everything in the air so far. And he's now going to win the ball from this corner, which is going to be taken by Jeff Smith. So Gas and Bob Bernard at the far post. Huge form of Neil Arnold. And Paul Dack as well. Benjamin, there's the corner, swinging in the penalty spot. Keeper comes and misses, punches. And Dixon feels the line, a little bit of pain, and that's a throw. 2 men down. Bob Bernard is one. The other one, I couldn't tell you. But a little bit of panic there. Even Mick Robinson came for it. So a bunch of players didn't quite get there. Which Dixon had to have the ball away. So a nasty moment for the Duchess. British Gas. There's somebody prone. If you can tell you who it is, you're a better man than me. Pouring a jug of water on it, that's rather nice, isn't it? Heat exhaustion. Well, in fact, Trevor Pole. And that particular pole is now upright. So there's a throw from Kazi. Long throw again. Arnott doesn't get there. Dave Higgins defending. It's the corner. So 8 minutes into the game, no score. And the last corner, of course, the problems for the Duchess. And Jeff Smith has gone across to take it. So the last one was just inside the penalty spot. Mick Robinson came, saw but didn't conquer. Here's the corner. Same spot. Stays on his line this time. More confusion. Well, Arnott had a swing. Dave Higgins confused everybody. And Mick Robinson gratefully fell on the ball. Well, danger signs for the Duchess, as you can see. 8.5 minutes gone. And not confident defending. There's a long ball. Dennis heads on. Kazi misses it. Well, he missed it with his body, caught it with his hand. So it'll be a free kick to the Duchess. It's just midway into the British Gas half, and Ian Kerr, the taciturn Scot, is going to take this free kick. Ian Kerr, of course, made his name with the TA and West Riding teams, which just shows how old Ian Kerr is. His youthful looks belie his age. His free kick, he'll be heading at the head of Dixon, or is it Higgins? It's Dixon at the far post, and his header's just over. Gary Ross, the British Gas goal, points and said who picked up Dixon. The answer was nobody. In the end, he got a clear header from about 6 yards, and it went a foot over the bar. So chances at both ends. don't think the game is going to end scoreless. It's a fair prediction for a cup final. This has got to be a result. Dennis battling. And that's a throw. Loud appeals for a throw-in. People get very upset. Never seen a team score from a throw-in yet. When they get the ball back, the throw will be taken by Mick Dennis. Fancies himself for a long throw. On the head of Atkinson, no. And that's a corner to the Duchess. So signs that the high ball is going to cause problems to both sides. And Pete Minghella, who shook off that early knock, has made his way into the penalty area. We have Dave Higgins there, useful in the air. Dennis useful in the air. And of course Dixon could well prove some danger. The corner. Any minute. There it comes. Dixon tried to head it. Atkinson lays it back into the path of nobody in particular, and it's cleared by the Grateful Gas defenders. Paul Cool, all the way back, takes the throw in, and we'll give it to... He won't give it to his goalkeeper, he's gone up the line to Mick Dennis. He helps it on, but it's a throw in. So, 11 minutes gone, no score in this McCain's Cup final at the McCain Stadium. Not the McCain Stadium, the McCain Sports Ground. Dennis heads on. He's found Higgins. Bit gangly, this lad. He's knocked the ball forward, looking for Broadbent. He found Ross. Ross drop kicks the ball into the street. Well, accuracy wasn't the strong point then. On their way to the final, Duchess beat Snainton 1-0 in the semi-final. Before that, 2 5-0 victories against Flixton and Ward, so they hadn't conceded a goal in the McCain Cup. But they very nearly did a few moments ago from that corner. More attention for an injured player. British Gas going down like 9 pins. British Gas on the way to the final. Aberdeen reserves 1-0 in the semi-final. Perhaps a shock, that one. Don't know. Commercial 3-0 before that, and Police 3-2 before that. So they've conceded 2 goals on the way through to the final. The Duchess, none. Could they win the cup without conceding a goal? Or will the only goal they concede mean they lose the cup? Things to think on. Mick Dennis will resume play, and very sportingly throws the ball back to Gary Ross. It's a nice little thing you pick up from the World Cup, isn't it? I wonder if he'd have done it if they were losing 2-0 with 10 minutes to go. Dixon up highest, beats Bob Bernard. It's headed forward. There's an offside. The referee just waiting to see if there was going to be advantage. There wasn't. Quite rightly waits, and quite rightly stops the game when there wasn't an advantage. Dixon plays it short to Cool. Snug forward towards Atkinson and Arnott. Well, got a lot of direction. Possibly the thought was there for Bernard to chase after that one. He went straight off the pitch, and the throw is going to be taken by Minghella, head of Atkinson. Dack knocks it forward, but only as far as Kerr. He tries to find Broadbent. Broadbent forces Arnott to go all the way back to Ross. So, 14 minutes gone. We've still got no score. We've had chances at both ends. Ingle loses out with that one. He's come to Bernard. Jamie McDermott trying to burst through, but the free kick is given to British Gas. Some confusion. A little bit of confusion. The referee and linesman knew what they wanted to do. Wanted to give a free kick to British Gas. Colin Arnott. The bandage on his leg. He's going to take this free kick. His brother Neil hasn't gone up. He has Paul and Bernard there. Tries the free kick, goes 5 yards wide, totally wasted. And Mick Robinson will restart with a goal kick.
Come on now, White, let's miss it. Haven't started yet.
Kick on its way. Now offside. Bernard and Dixon challenge Martin Ingleson. He's been quiet. Wandered over to the left-hand side. High ball. Broadbent and Arnott clash. And Broadbent comes off first. Or better than the very large figure of Neil Arnott. Arnott has taken the throw back to Ross.
Battle White, because you haven't started yet.
Ross kicks. Ingleson intercepts and finds the scholarly form of Broadbent, who receives the ball back. High ball into the middle. Ross stays on his line. Quite rightly so. The header from Higgins. If he'd have come for that, he'd have been in severe trouble. Here's Dennis chasing it down to the corner. Will he get there in front of Kazi? He will. And gets a corner. So it's a corner to the Duchess. Chance for the big boys to go up. Heavy brigade in the form of Dixon, striding towards the penalty area. Higgins is already there. Broadbent on the line, as you see. And Minghella adds his weight and experience to the attack. Kerr with the corner. Chipped possibly a little deep. He finds Atkinson. He lays it back to Ingleson. It's Ingle who chips it forward. There's Broadbent and Ross together. Broadbent knocks Ross to the floor. Referee quite lightly plays play on. Inspector O'Brien in your picture. Masterly control. The drop kick from Ross. Once more goes off the pitch. So you get the feeling Duchess are beginning to get the upper hand. And that early scare from that corner. 17 minutes gone, no score. And McDennis. He's going to take this throw. He'll be looking for Atkinson again, I would suspect. Close cropped head of Atkinson, who's marked by the diminutive form of Kazi. There it's in. But Kazi wins at the expense of another corner to the Duchess. So once more Ian Kerr is going to take this corner. This is his third in as many minutes. And the heavy brigader there again, there. Dixon in your picture. There's the corner. Far post this time. Ross under pressure. But catches very well. Went up, caught the ball, landed with 4 players on top of him and didn't let go of the ball. So, a variation on the corner. Prove that Ross can catch the high ball. This time Ross has kept the ball on the pitch. Remarkable achievement for him. Minghella treads on the ball. Was he really teasing? And Paul Cool now. He's got Ingleson outside. He's gone to Ingleson. There's Martin Ingleson. Down the line to Broadbent. Is it in time to... Oof! Bit of a firm challenge. The ball out for a goal kick. It was in fact Dave Johnson when foraging across to deny a Broadbent.
Completely lost that corner.
Yes, the massed crowd here, obscuring our view of that bottom corner, but if anything serious happens, I'll let you know. Atkinson, forward for Dennis. Dennis and Kazi together. Dennis gets in front of Kazi, attempts a somewhat speculative shot, and misses the ball completely. My goodness me, that would have been good if it came off. So, nearly 20 minutes gone, no score. McCain final. And the goal kick is taken by Arnott. Atkinson is underneath it. It's beaten by Dack. Ball knocked forward to Jamie McDermott. Smith tried to get through. It was Inglesant. Knocked the ball back, and Bob Bernard and Mick Robinson have a little eyeball to eyeball. Possibly the excesses of last night making them feel liverish. Kazi intercepts neatly there, gives the ball back to Ross. Oh, attractive game here. Chances in both penalty areas. British Gas by no means overawed by their illustrious opponents. Without doubt, Duchess are favourites for this cup final. British Gas have lost but one game this year. The only game that Colin Arnott missed. Kazi with a long throw. Bernard up. Lunges tackle from Ingle gives a free kick to British Gas, which I think Kazi's going to take. It's halfway into the Duchess half. Bob Bernard, of course, the obvious threat, being the tallest man, but Paul Dack is no midget. And of course, Neil Arnott has gone up to add his height. But that should prove no problems to Mick Robinson, nor does it. Catches the ball cleanly and now kicks it long. Higgins puts the ball through to Dennis. Not Dennis, Dennis. Dennis was a cricketer of some sort. Clearly offside. Ross curves the ball to the head of Cool. Broadbent loses out. Ingleson couldn't control it. Arnott has given it away to Kerr. That's Ingleson, I think, hidden behind the crowd. Or it could be Cool. Atkinson forages back. Today, Jamie McDermott, and it's a throw-in to British Gas. We're halfway through this first half. We still have no score. Arnott with a throw. They'll come down the line. Cool. Heads clear. And David Johnson uses most of his considerable weight to push Dave Higgins out of the way. Wouldn't like to have that lad's meat bill. Dixon knocks it forward. It's too far for Broadbent. Arnott lets it go through to Ross. This time Ross kicks it off this side of the pitch. No, it's kept in. Cool. Tries to find Ingleson. Kerr in there battling. Little nutmeg on Paul Dack. And Kerr loses out. Now here's a chance. Here's the big fur of Bernard. He shoots and scores! 23 minutes gone. It was a nice move and sweetly taken by Bob Bernard. Just before the 24th minute. Well, simple football. 1-2-3, edge of the area. Bernard makes it 1-0. Against the run of play, and a shock for the Duchess. Well, there, the goal which came from nothing. Bernard received the ball from Jeff Smith, a couple of paces and cracked it in. Robinson stood no chance. So the underdogs have taken the lead and are now bringing the game to the Duchess. Long ball forward, Minghella has to intercept because Bernard was there again. Cool finds Ingleson. Higgins. Dave Johnson in there. And back with Kerr. Steady heads required by Duchess now, not to panic. There's a long way to go. It's only 25 minutes gone, but they trail by that goal. Ingle knocks the ball in. As Ingleson to try the shot. Higgins gets the ball under control. Now facing the right way. So Cool, he's going forward. Tries, was it a shot? Well, whatever, it's gone for a goal kick. Sunbathing weather, but the sun not shining on the Duchess at the moment. There, that shock lead, 24 minutes. Bob Bernard. I wonder if he's anything to do with the Undertakers. Certainly sounding a death knell for the Duchess at that moment. Johnson knocks it forward. Ingle intercepts. Carsey knocks it high in the air. Bernard and Dixon. It's a free kick. To Gas. Pens being thrown all over the commentary box. And Colin Arnott. He's going to take the free kick. We'll concentrate on the penalty area, as you can see, which is where Trevor Pole, Bob Bernard, Paul Dack await with Dixon and Minghella. But it was Ingle. He's found McDennis. Forward, Arnott uses his experience. And not a little skill. Revised weather forecast gives the wind, if anything, blowing towards the pitch as you look at it. So it's blowing across, but not a lot of it. Rich Dixon beats Bob Bernard, and Neil Arnott is going to come and take this throw. Inglesant intercepts, denies Trevor Poland. Broadbent away, clearly fouled. The spectators wanted the free kick, but I don't think he was going to get anywhere. He was outnumbered 3-1, so quite right that the first push should be given. Game stopped, the free kick will be taken by Kerr. Duchess eager to get back into this game. Kerr's going to look for the head of Higgins, or Dixon, or Dennis. It then just bobbles through to Ross. So 17 minutes to half time, British Gas lead by the only goal of the game. The other end, Ross has made a couple of good saves. And Dixon has headed just over the bar. Cool forward. Higgins up, Broadbent challenges. Johnson clears, and that's a long ball to nobody in particular. It's scrappy at the moment, the game. Not really getting to grips with it. And without a doubt, you can say that the Duchess have players with a greater skill, but at the moment it isn't being used in the right directions. The two fullbacks of British Gas look to be short of pace. The Duchess trying to bludgeon down the middle. And big chaps like Arnott, as you've just seen, just knock it clear. Here's Pole. That's the long ball. Looking for Jeff Smith. And it's Ingle, who defends and clears over the road and into the cornfield on the other side of the road. Tremendous power with that clearance. And one thing that's missing is another match ball, because these delays breaking up the flow of the game, and we've now got to wait while somebody goes harvesting. morning. Still a lovely morning, but it's not being enjoyed by the Duchess fans at the moment. A long way to go. 15 minutes to half time. 1-0 to British Gas. So Kazi with a throw. There's the throw in towards the head of pole. Dixon intercepts and there'll be another throw. Well, Kazi got the ability to launch a long throw. Another goal now would be disastrous. Bernard up, Dixon up higher. And another chance for Kazi to show us his prowess with the ball. There, the head of Bernard. Now the head of Dixon, so another corner. Remember the early corner taken by Jeff Smith caused some problems and confusion. And perhaps sounded the warning for the Duchess that it wasn't going to be all one-sided. It wasn't going to all one way. So Smith will be looking for the head of Arnott or Pole or Bernard. And Steve Atkinson is back, defending, of course, Dixon. Towards the penalty spot. There's Dixon who's up higher. There's the shot, deflected for a corner. And the shot there, I think it was Trevor Pole. Oh, it was Jamie McDermott. Good looking shot. Took a deflection. I don't think Mick Robinson saw a lot of that. So Richard Kazi has gone searching for the ball in the car park, which explains this delay. I think we really ought to have another match ball somewhere. We could get on with the game a bit quicker. So I think Kazi has been to Flixton to fetch that. He's now just returned. He's out of your shot. Down in the corner. Spots the ball. And here's a chance for British Gas to make it 2-0. Bernard up. But it was in fact Atkinson who got his head on that. He's found Higgins. Oh, and he's lost out. McDermott seemed to be obstructed, indeed. The signal from George Blake on the line, wonderful. The Jacques Tati of linesmen, the art of mime from George Blake there. All he needed to do was raise his arm. You have a ballet dance, shuffle of the hips to indicate that it was obstruction, as indeed it was. So it's an indirect free kick to British Gas, which Kazi is now going to take. Referee O'Brien with his arm raised. The ball is chipped to the far post. Minghella it is who gets it out with his ear. Engelson blocks the shot. And Deness heads on to Broadbent. Now here's a chance. Can he take them all on? The ball, his first touch has taken it wide. He's outstripped the somewhat cumbersome form of Johnson. Now here's a chance of a shot. Ross goes down to save. Yes, the British Gas defenders are mountainous but somewhat immobile, and Broadbent then showed what probably the way around this defence. Speed on the floor. The high ball I think they would enjoy playing all day. So 11 minutes to half time. And John Ingle. Atkinson on, tries to find Dennis. Be another throw to the Duchess. Gone inside to Higgins. Johnson is with him and Johnson tackles well. Giving it away to Kerr. Will it reach Broadbent? Well, it'll certainly be a throw if it goes out. Arnott and Broadbent tangle and produces a corner. to the Duchess. Curry's going to take it. And Dixon, once again, is making his stately progress into the penalty area. Remember, he's probably gone closest for the Duchess for that header, just over the bar. So a goal before half-time would be very nice. No need to panic just yet, of course. Kerr puts it beautifully in. Bit of confusion, everybody missed it. Good flat corner. Near post men missed it, and so did the keeper. So the goal kick to British Gas. Could one say they turned up the heat when they scored, I wonder? There was too much heat for the defence when Bernard went through with that splendid shot. Kazi long throw. He's found the header of Dixon. So another throw to British Gas. They're making progress down the touchline. 9 minutes to half-time, looking for their second goal. Eventually we have the ball back. Dixon again a pious, but he's conceding throw-ins, and it's now in a positive danger area where Kazi can put the ball deep into the penalty area. And a flick on there could produce disaster. Kazi up. Bernard, beaten by Dixon. And Kazi yet again. Poor lad'll be exhausted. Taking a couple of dozen throw-ins over there. In again. The head of Bernard, the head of Dixon, a corner. And Jeff Smith, I'm sure, will take it, yes. Strolls. No degree of haste. Ah, now he's broken into a gentle trot. And it's going to be another corner to British Gas. Arnott, of red legs and massive frame, is coming into your shot very shortly there. Sizable crowd here now at the McCain Sports pitch. It was Arnott who got the header on. There's a chance. Oh, cleared off the line. It was Paul Cool. Arnott headed on. I couldn't see who got the next effort on, but by no means confidently dealt with, and in the end it was Paul Cool who cleared us off the line. Well, 2-0 then could have been rather tasty for British Gas. So, British Gas are causing more problems than the Duchess at the moment. So the wind is blowing across the pitch, so it's not wind affected. And the Duchess have got to start putting some things together, because the danger signs are there. The British Gas could well produce a shock. Ball Cool with the throw. He's gone long, but he's gone underneath it. Ball slipped into the danger area. Johnson clears. Dixon came flying in, but it will in fact be a throw to the Duchess on the other side, which is going to be taken by Mickey Dennis. That's a long throw. Atkinson heads on. Johnson challenges, and it's a corner to the Duchess. So, just about 6 minutes to half-time. A chance for the Duchess to get the equaliser. The corners haven't produced any real danger yet. Kerr has swung the corners from this side. They've come to the edge of the penalty area, perhaps a little too far out. The edge of the penalty area has got Dixon and Dennis. Kerr. Higgins helps it on. It's come to Cool. He knocks it back in. Dack clears. Ian Kerr races back, gets the ball under control, knocks it forward. But there's nobody there, apart from Arnott and Ross, who watch it go over the sideline, or the goal line, for a goal kick. So, the danger passes. At half-time, And manager Webster will, I am sure, be contemplating substitutes. The former Whitby Town, well, he still plays for Whitby Town. Mr. French is on the bench getting splinters. And of course a prolific scorer in local football and the Drybreath Northern League as well. And surely John Webster must be thinking it's time to give him a little run out. Carsey with a throw. Came in and out. The throw is taken by Dixon. Minghella knocks it back to Mick Robinson. Forced to handle it deep, so he's kicked from that position. Kerr turns, foot on the ball, thinks about it and finds Inglesant. He's gone down the line to Broadbent. Behind the crowd we lose him. Swerves inside. And another corner to the Duchess. Drinks. So, Ian Kerr, just 4 minutes to half time. Put another corner in for the Duchess. Not created the danger yet from these corners. Side foot. Higgins back header. But it's gone too far. Minghella. If he can control it, he'll do well. He's kept it in. Dennis tries to find it. Gets all a bit scrappy and he goes out for a goal kick. So Bob Bernard's 24th minute strike still separates the sides. Glorious sunshine, a lovely warm day. But the Duchess not enjoying this at the moment. British Gas have dealt competently with the Duchess attacks, and their own attack has caused 1 or 2 problems at the other end. Dixon up above Bernard.
Happy.
So once again we wait for the ball to return from the fields of Cayton.
Do about 5 minutes harvesting time to add on.
Carsey with the throw. Dixon concedes the throw again. We ought to have a little man standing down there to throw the ball back because Rich Dixon keeps heading it down there. He heads to the right. On every occasion. So Carsey, who's been the busiest man on the field, taking throw-ins from that particular quadrant. And Dixon has persistently got underneath them, like that, and headed it back out. But this time Carsey keeps it in. Kerr volleys it clear. He's found Higgins, takes it well, and the Broadbent's in front. Suspicion of offside, but the ball has come back. Paul Dack has knocked it forward with an offside there against Carsey. There was the chance of the quick break. Didn't quite materialise. And drinks about to be served in my presence. 2 minutes to half time. Dixon is going to take this free kick. Knocks it forward. Atkinson heads back, tries to find Kerr, but Dack has knocked that long ball forward. For nobody to chase really, it was a clearing kick. He succeeded in clearing his lines and forced the Duchess back to the edge of their own penalty area, which is of course where they don't want to be. So maybe in the second half we will see the diminutive and stocky form of French on the pitch. The laundry worker will come on and attempt to clean up British Gas. French, of course, didn't play yesterday. Whitby Town have finished their programme, and so will be fully rested. And possibly his spark is needed. But meanwhile, here's Dave Higgins. Takes the ball on, beats 2, beats 3. The ball will break for Kerr, maybe, but not. It was Polo intercepted, but Broadbent has found Mickey Dennis. He can keep it in, he can. Arnott shows him his best side, which is his backside, and clears the ball. The ball is thrown quickly to Ingleson, but his first touch was poor and he let it down. Now Arnott, he won't lose the ball there, I'm sure he doesn't. He gives it back to Gary Ross, and we're now playing time added on for injury by referee Michael O'Brien. Cheers. Ross kicks long. We've had a few injuries, of course. British Gas players in the habit of falling over in the first 15 minutes. So injury time being played. But possibly a time for 10 minutes rethink and regroup for the Duchess to stamp their authority on this game, which they have failed to do so far. Here's Ingleson. Chance of a shot. It hits Johnson on the head. And Johnson loses out to Paul Cool. Well, this is going to be the last attack. Dack will bring the ball away. Knocks it long. It's over the head of Ingle. Minghella. Well, he's not going to get there. There's Jeff Smith. He's lost out, and perhaps a little bit too much football being played, but no. Ingle finds Atkinson, lets it run. Broadbent beat by Arnott. The long ball forward. Good job, Minghella got that one. Now Higgins. It's a good throw given to British Gas. 1.5 minutes injury time played. Dixon, not for the first time, heads the ball off the pitch. I think the farmer will be putting a claim in for trampled crops from the ball over there. It's one thing we really do need, another match ball to keep the game going in the second half. Lost an awful lot of time with people standing around waiting for a ball. Kazi with a throw. Head of Dixon, no. It's all the way through. It's all the way through to Paul Dack, but he's sent to produce no danger. Parked from the cars in the car park. Must be half time now. Yes, it is. So there, half time. In this McCain Cup final, the score is Duchess 0, British Gas 1. The only goal scored by Bob Bernard in the 24th minute. Possibly against the run of the play, but you can't say it's not deserved at the moment because the Duchess haven't performed, and I'm sure John Webster will be thinking of substitutes for the second half. Join us for the second half in just a moment.
Run now.
Team's back on the pitch. I can't see any substitutes yet. Perhaps a word from John Webster, the team talk at half-time, John?
Just to get the ball put wide and more competitive, because I don't think we're doing the business.
And a substitution, maybe?
Very early, probably.
There we are. I wonder who it could be. We shall see. I can't see a substitution at the moment for either side, and therefore we're going to resume with the same 11. We're waiting for 3 officials.
Just handing it over, I think.
Yeah. Sorry. Right. We're still waiting for the 3 officials. Well, advice has been given to the officials about the inadequacy of the ball supply, and I'm sure we will see a quicker turnaround of ball on that side of the pitch this half. The 3 officials making their very stately way, handle the game quite competently so far. I see no reason why it shouldn't. The head of Foster goes through, and there you will see shortly Mr. O'Brien. There's the ball. He's going to follow it. There it is. Right, so 45 minutes for the Duchess to get back into this game. As British Gas lead by the only goal of the game. Bernard, 24 minutes. What can they do? Here's Kazi. He'll have a quieter half this half. He took 100 throw-ins in the first half. Ingle. He's found Kerr. Johnson. Don't be confused by the fact that Johnson is wearing 12. He actually started. A superstition they have at British Gas. Here's a chance for Jamie McDermott. Jamie McDermott has the ball and has created a corner. So there in the first minute of the second half, British Gas show that they're not going to lie down and not going to sit back on a 1-0 lead. They're going for a second goal. And it's going to be Jeff Smith who's going to take this corner. Neil Arnott has not done this time. Here's the corner. Dack underneath it. Could do nothing. Kerr can't find Scholar. And Pearce here it is who kicks the ball away. Ah, well, perhaps the supply of the ball isn't going to be that quick. Certainly a problem when the ball keeps going off the pitch. The game gets broken up, the continuity stops. Players get frustrated, and of course the longer the scoreline stays at 1-0, the more frustrated the Duchess will get. As I said, the wind is blowing across the pitch from where we are to towards the pitch, and that is why the ball is over there such a lot. There's Johnson. He clears that cross from Dennis. Bernard couldn't get past Kerr, and it's Dixon who's knocked it forward. But that's sure, it's not going to go out, so Johnson thinks about it, clips it forward. Bernard takes it on the chest. Inside to Arnott. Wild Yahoo didn't clear it. The ball is knocked forward. Dennis couldn't control it. Ball is with Ross, sporting natty headgear. Reversed his cap like a baseball pitcher. Drop kicks it. Dixon heads it the wrong way, but Mingilla is sweeping and knocks it all the way back to Mick Robinson. So, in 43 minutes left in this McCain's Cup final for the Duchess to prove their quality and class. Broadbent goes for the outside, he's fouled. There's Neil Pearcey committed the foul, so here's a chance for some real pressure to be put on by the Duchess. Kerr, the wee Scot, he's going to try and conjure a sweet free kick. He has Dave Higgins, he has Dennis, Atkinson, all capable of heading the ball, and of course Dixon has joined them as well. As long as he's going right side, Dixon's got a chance. It's chipped in. It was a poor one because didn't get past the first defender, who was Arnott. Dixon against Bernard, he's knocked it up. He's found Jeff Smith. Let's only come to Ingle. British Gas not playing the offside, slow to come out, and there's Dennis. Real chance there, but never got it under control, but he's got it under control now. Chance to get the cross in, whips it in, hits the head of Pearcey. Knocked back in, Carsey on the chest, his ample chest. And Paul Cool tries the shot, no problem to Ross. There's the drop kick into space. Mingilla down the line, it's gone over Paul Dack. Ingleson knocks it high, Higgins underneath, tries to find Broadbent. Arnott shows his experience, takes it on his chest, knocks the long ball looking for Jeff Smith. Smith and Ingle. A little bit messy, a little bit scrappy. Kerr gets there in front of Dack. Kerr turns, looks for help. He's found it in the shape of Inglesant. He leads the ball down the line. Bit of a lunge from Kazi. Piercy forced to turn away. A fetching lining draws that Piercy has got in green and white stripe showing underneath his shorts. Very fetching. It is a goal kick, I believe. Yes, it is. Colin Arnott, useful cricketer, useful footballer, knocks the ball up. But here's Inglesant. Could he find? Well, Dave Higgins knocked it through, but too much power, and Broadbent couldn't get on the end of it. So we're 5 minutes into this half, no substitution. French looks to be oiling his knees, perhaps a bit of French polish on the old legs. Yes, it seems needs something to get past this gas defence. They're having no real problems at the moment. They just haven't got behind them, haven't turned them. As I said, they look not a particularly rapid bunch to me. No reason at all why they shouldn't have some success if they get behind him. Scholar. It's Martin Inglesant. Back to Paul Cool. That's the high ball. Higgins underneath. Yes, he's knocked it on. Here's Mick Dennis. There's the cross shot, which makes everybody cross because he went behind the goal. So British Gas still holding on to this lead. And of course, the goal that they have scored is the first that the Duchess have conceded in the McCain Cup competition this year. 1-0 semi-final against Cayton, 2 5-0s against Flixton and Wards. That goal at the moment gives British Gas a handhold on the cup. Dack. Dixon it is who challenges. So, the relay of balls is working. I think it's Dack going to take the throw. Looking for the head of Bob Bernard. Atkinson works his way out. It's a bit strong for Ingle, but I think he'll get there. Yes, he does. He has Broadbent in front. Kazi should have no real problems, and he doesn't. He knocks it long. It's one for Jamie McDermott to get after. Minghella gets in front of him. The ball is back with Robinson. And we are still contemplating a substitute 8 minutes into the second half. Kerr, foot on the ball, knocks it forward, but there's nobody there. Kazi works it back to Ross. The ball takes a nasty kick, but into his chest. And the substitutes bench still a scene of masterly inactivity. But not anymore. Very shortly, Mr. French will be joining us. Meanwhile, on the pitch, Dixon goes forward, takes it on the chest, knocks the high ball, but that's gone into the car park. And indeed, we are to have Steve French. Mickey Dennis is coming off. Not the most popular decision the manager has made with Mr. Dennis today, by the looks of it. So there, 9 minutes into the second half, French. A chance to show us his skills, undoubted skills. Kerr in first. Ingle sent up. French couldn't get there. Higgins couldn't either. The ball is knocked for Smith to head on. Minghella. Shortly, I'm sure we'll see him foraging forward. The Liverpudlian will go looking if nothing happens soon. And there are 35 minutes left in this McCain's Cup final for the Duchess to try to crown their Cup final appearance. A bit of physical challenge, but quite fair, and Jamie McDermott brings it away. Minghella hoofs the ball back, all the way back to Robinson. Takes it on his chest, dribbles out. He's going to kick long. He'll be looking for the head of French. Or maybe Atkinson. Atkinson's pushed up a touch. There's Atkinson. Little stun header to Inglesant, who's given it to Cool. There's French. Headed inside, but there's nobody in support, and Arnott shields it back to Ross. Ross is drop kicking, gets back to the standard of the first half. The crowd has thickened somewhat and now stopped the ball going into the field. French back to Cool. Bit of a shoulder charge from Smith. So a chance for a set piece, which hasn't produced any danger at all, apart from the Dixon header in the first half, which flew over the bar. And this one won't either, because McDermott has headed it clear. Kerr knocks it back in. There's no offside. Can Ingleson keep it in? I doubt it. Linesman George Blake, ramrod on the spot. Arnott with the goal kick. Bernard beaten by Dixon. Cool turns. Forward to Atkinson, just needed a touch on Johnson, headed clear. Meanwhile, we have a small terrier on the pitch of indeterminate quality and quite small size. The dog. Well, some wag in the crowd, he could replace half of the Duchess team and do better, I don't know. Perhaps a little unkind. He's made his way off. We shall resume. Douglas. Minghella, forward. Dave Higgins knocked it forward. Ross collected. It's amazing how dogs appear. They seem drawn to football pitches, but only when there are people on them. They can leave little messages as well, you know. Usually in the goal mouth. Meanwhile, Neil Arnott, with 32 minutes left of this McCain's Cup final, is going to take this throw. If British Gas had a plan in this game, it is working to perfection. They have frustrated the attack of the Duchess and exposed them cruelly with that simple break to produce the only goal scored by Bob Bernard. Arnott, long throw. Bernard underneath it. It was actually Cool who headed clear. McDermott turns, does well. Takes on 2 or 3 players, knocks it forward. Ingle, well, possibly forward would have been better than there. It's another one for the coal yard, I think. Oh, no, the wall keeps it out. So yet another throw on that side of the pitch. We should have been over there. We'd have been much nearer to the ball all the time. It'd have been another field, it would have been even nearer. Arnott with this throw. McDermott, little shove in the back by Kerr. It's being Scottish, that doesn't count. He's knocked the long ball forward. Atkinson's chasing. Past the stocky form of Johnson, lays it inside. Is he going to reach Broadbent? It isn't, because Kazi intercepted the pass from Atkinson, which was under hit. There was a real chance. Atkinson got the legs of Johnson. Not the most athletic looking of figures, Richard Dave Johnson, but he's played a stormer at the heart of the Gas defence. Here's French, not been in the game so far. Runs into Piercy. French under pressure. There's a lovely cross, a lovely curling cross, but nobody was at the far post. Here's Broadbent, and Kazi challenges and tackles firmly and fairly and concedes the throw. Worry not that you can't see this little bit of the action if you go behind a pillar, because they're not going to score from the throw-in. The throw-in is going to be taken by... We shall see when he comes. Mr. Cool. It's in. Higgins heads on. Broadbent couldn't get his shot in because Piercy got in front of him. Minghella now has time to think and turn. Knocks it forward. He's found French. Edge of the area. Takes the men on and gets the corner. That's better from French. 29 minutes left. They still trial by the only goal scored by Bob Bernard, and the Duchess now have a corner. It's going to be taken by Ian Kerr. And everybody who's liable to score a goal for the Duchess is now crammed into the penalty, and all apart from Jeff Smith of British Gas are back defending their home range. There's a range, it must have been a gas cooker. There's the corner. Smith. It's back with Kerr. How did that stop him? Paul heads it clear. Well, some confusion there. Higgins had an attempt on goal. Didn't go out for a corner, came back to Kerr. And now Gas are bringing it away, but Inglesant nearly did some danger. And Ingle has got to be very careful. He's only got goal scorer Bob Bernard with him. Ross brings it out towards Minghella. Time running out for the Duchess. French is after this. French has got in front of Piercy. He's in the corner though. Atkinson is on the penalty spot, and there's another corner. French now beginning to turn it on. He's not turned the game, but there are signs that the game could be turned. Okay, when we get the ball. Kerr. We have Higgins on the near post. Atkinson is behind him. Minghella is behind them. It's gone near post. That's a goal kick. I couldn't see. The two officials were perfectly placed to judge. Dak heads on. Minghella knocks it forward. Arnott, the sweeper, who's swept everything so far, gives it away to Broadbent. Dak across to deny him, and Dave Higgins doesn't want to be taking this throw. He's going to do it. Leno 6'2", should be in the penalty area, but still, if they score from it, I shall take it all back. But underneath it, Atkinson knocks it on. Johnson, with some subtlety, clears the ball.
Go on and get them legs moving!
Cool. Over from the left back. Backs want to take the throw. Atkinson heads on. There's a chance for Dixon, but it was blocked on the line. And now he wins his way out. He chips the ball back in. There must be a chance. He falls for Broadbent. He swings and misses, and Kerr chases it out. Now there's real pressure from the Duchess. There was a chance. Here's French. He's going to try the shot. Ah, well, a little bit too high for Dixon. Well, a chance there. Claim for handball clearly wasn't. And at least there the Duchess looked as if they could be doing some danger. Nearly 20 minutes into this second half. A local vicar in the crowd urging them on. That's a high ball knockback. French chases. Ross collects.
What's the kick? What's the kick?
The followers of the Duchess are becoming anxious. At least they've caused a few beads of sweat to break out in the British gas defence. Not before time. Still a lovely summer's day at the McCain Sports Ground. The free kick is going to be taken by Cool. The player's gone awfully deep. He'll never reach them from there, and indeed he hasn't. Inglesant loses out to McDermott, and Big Bernard knocks it through with Jeff Smith to chase. He's taking on Ingle. Is he going to take him on? Well, Ingle has slowed him up sufficiently. Jamie McDermott takes on again, and it was in fact Dave Higgins back defending there. Breakaway goal now from British Gas would, I think, take the cup to them. Kerr couldn't keep it in. Kazi forward. Over Minghella. All the way through to Mick Robinson. Well, possibly it's getting a little bit frantic now from the Duchess. Minghella still not tempted forward. Atkinson into the path of Inglesant. He chips it up and off the pitch. So we're halfway through this second half, and the goal by Bob Bernard still separates the teams. That came in the 24th minute of the first half. A scramble a moment or two ago for the Duchess, but this half, Ross in the Gas goal hasn't been called into any serious action. Made a couple of saves early on in the first half, but nothing since then. Now Kerr making progress. That's a high ball, but it's too near Ross. French challenges. But it was always too near Ross, that. And Arnott, with his experience, holding the defence together. Higgins obviously dropped back a touch with the introduction of French. The ball in the air, Cool. Or it's Dixon, rather. There's Higgins completes the clearance. Duchess having lots of possession at the moment, but not really producing the goods. And since French came on, he has been man-to-man marked by Neil Piercy, him of the fancy draws. Free kick. It's going to be taken by Kerr. Everybody's there who should be, apart from Minghella. High in the air. Atkinson knocks on. The French couldn't control it. The French is there again. Dak clears. There's French. A half chance. Got a shot in. went straight to Ross, who stands contemplating a warm sunny day. Plenty of time for British Gas. Cool, up high, Jeff Smith for Gas, a chance on the left to do something. Sim, who's involved in the first goal with Bernard. Here's Jamie McDermott. Inside there was a chance for Bernard. It was so close. Another yard, it could have been 2-0. So, 21 minutes left. McCain Cup Final. 29th of April, 1990. The Duchess, formerly known as Northway, against British Gas. French on. Johnson will get there first, challenged by Atkinson. Kazi competes the clearance. Minghella on the chest. Looks for the long ball. Ineffective, only finds Paul Dack. An offside. The game will be brought back.
Come on, stand that last round.
Cool with the free kick. Knocks it forward. It's not going to reach the danger area. Or maybe it is. Arnott miscues that. Kazi thinks about it. Arnott does more than think and uses experience to clear the ball. Here's Ingle. Hits it against McDermott. Ingle another chance. That's a better looking ball. Arnott above French. He started 18 inches taller, so he had a chance of getting there. Ingleson tries to control it. He's gone wide. The ball is bobbling. Higgins. Jamie McDermott challenging him fairly. He's hustled him out of the ball. Higgins forced to turn. And here's Minghella. The hair going grey now. Not just the worry of this game though, is it? Surely not. Ingleson. Minghella tries the shot. It's a sign of panic. Meanwhile, British Gas ring the changes. Jeff Smith is going to leave us. And I think this is Martin Allen. Indeed it is. Martin Allen is on. Just 18 minutes to go here. And a shock on the cards. Allen forward. Kerr. He's found Ingle. On the chest. Long ball forward. Atkinson underneath. No, it's French. Well challenged by Arnott. Allen. To Dack. To Arnott. Oh, he's missed out. Here's Inglesant. Somewhat crudely chopped by Paul Dack. So this gives a direct free kick to the Duchess, 10 yards outside the British Gas penalty area. Well, maybe 7. Are we going to have a chance on goal? A chip forward, a planned move? A Chinese puzzle to work out. Kerr and French are standing over the ball. Higgins, Atkinson and Broadbent and Dixon now waiting for the chip forward. What can we do? It's French. He's going to chip it top corner and straight into the goal for the equaliser. 17 minutes from time. French does a victory somersault. His training in the Hungarian State Circus shows up there and the substitution works. A goal of quality from a quality player. Steve French gets the Duchess back into the cup final. So, as they say, it's now a different game. All to play for. British Gas haven't looked like increasing their 1-goal lead. The Duchess have been pressing. So the little Scot produces the quality goal for the equaliser, right in the top corner. Ross stood no chance. And here is French again. Atkinson. Wide to Inglesant. Now the cup is up for grabs. French. Inside. Inglesant. At speed. He's all the way through. Ross denies him. But Inglesant gets it back. French couldn't quite control it. But the ball's given away to Kerr. Higgins chips forward. Johnson up high. Atkinson finds Broadbent seemed to handle it. Arnott and Carsey combine to clear the ball. Ingle will go in with Jamie McDermott. And there's a throw for Gas, which Carsey is going to take. 1-1. Barely 15 minutes left. Your money must be on the Duchess. But not before time. Down the line the ball has gone. McDermott and Dixon tussle. It's come to Carsey. Will he knock it straight back in? No, he tries to do something fancy and loses out to Higgins. Broadbent brings the ball away. Atkinson is in front of him. There is Atkinson. The first touch puts it into the path of Broadbent. He tries to find it. Oh, and a trip. Could this be a caution? I don't know. Arnott protest very loudly and very long, and it'll make no difference whatsoever. The free kick has been given for an indirect, so it wasn't a trip. Must have been some sort of obstruction. But French cannot repeat his trick this time. You will notice Mr. O'Brien has his arm in the air. There. The signal is clear. If this goes straight in, it won't count. Kerr. French chips from the little tap free kick, but this time it's a foot over.
Come on!
Well, we've decided it's on the right-hand side of the goal, and Colin Arnott is going to take the free kick. Colin losing his cool a little bit there for that incident. And one man who didn't was Paul Cool. Just headed that clear. Go back with Robinson. We are 13 minutes from extra time. Cool up higher than anybody else. Ingleson, can he keep it in? I doubt it. It's gone for a throw-in. George Blake argues with the crowd. Not the first time that George Blake's been involved in an argument. Cool heads clear. It's another throw to British Gas. If you were a betting man, you'd bet on the Duchess. But you'd probably bet that they would do it after extra time. It's still a Gas throw. The ball never went in. For the British Gas attack, there's only really shown one moment of sharp incisiveness, and that was when they scored. A couple of moments of panic from corners, but it's been basically a story of a lot of Duchess possession, but not a lot of danger, and an awful lot of ball off the pitch, as it is now. Arnott with a throw again when he gets it. Taking a long run, isn't he? Goodness me. Here he comes, up the hill. Likes to do things the hard way. Arnott again with a throw. The next goal will seal this. Dixon clear. Higgins on. Cool on further. French in front of his man. Johnson defends, turns neatly. Minghella defends And now Higgins knocks it forward. Can Atkinson get his head on that? He can, but he couldn't quite find Broadbent. Arnott will go all the way, but it's a poor back pass. Here's a chance for Broadbent. This must be the winning goal. Is this the McCain Cup? Yes! Well, would you believe it, Colin Arnott rather, who has been outstanding at the heart of British Gas defence, gives the ball away to Broadbent. All he had to do was control it, go round Gross and put it into the empty net. He made a lot of it, making sure the camera was on him, as indeed it was. It's 2-1. There are 11 minutes left, and surely now the Duchess will not lose the McCain Cup. The ball is with Atkinson. Oh, the small margin between success and failure. Dave Johnson getting a little upset. I can't think what for. Gas have only themselves to blame. There was no danger when Arnott had the ball then. But he gave it away with a dreadful back pass. In fairness, Broadbent never gave up. Took a gamble, followed it through, and reaped the reward. Arnott reaped a bitter harvest. Here's Broadbent again. Through the legs of Arnott, Kerr into French. French first time shot, scuffed it. Perhaps he's had his moment of glory, French, but it was important. In the 27th minute of this second half with that free kick which went straight in. And now, 7 minutes later, Broadbent has made it 2-1. There are 9 minutes left. For Duchess to hang on? I don't think so. I see them scoring again, maybe. Because the British gas heads must be down now. Having held the lead for so long. To give them... surrender the lead to a quality goal and then lose it to a defensive error. And I think this is too far for Gas to come back. I think we will not see Minghella foraging forward. French on. Atkinson beaten by Arnott. And that's what Colin Arnott's done all morning apart from once. Kazi, back to Ross. Minghella nearly made a mess of it, but recovered to find Inglesant. The throw-in is to be taken by Cool. Now 7 minutes from this ceremony of handing over the cup. Higgins, back to Cool. Inside to French. Chance for him to work. Puts Cool deep, far too deep, but he keeps it in and gets the throw. Linesman Blake drops his flag. Must be the tension. Dak clears, only as far as Minghella. He sweeps it straight back in. There's no offside. Johnson was late coming out. Atkinson a bit higher. Dak complains. You'll notice how British Gas now complain when they are losing. Symptomatic of football. Bernard, whose goal it was, separated the teams for so long. Ingleson knocks it forward. Offside against Broadbent. Not against French, as you could see. Question that decision. Ingle. Oh, the complaints now getting rather petty from British Gas. No name. Ingle was the only man within 10 yards of the ball when he headed it. Neil Arlott now pushed well forward for Gases. Indeed, they have nothing to lose apart from the McCain Cup in this game. The throw is going to be taken. Martin Allen, I think. Cool up higher. Knocked back in. Arlott knocks it on. Bob Bernard had a swing. Dixon clears it. Arlott launched the throw. Can we have an equaliser from Gas? It's high in the air. Dixon heads it clear. Jamie McDermott's shot is blocked at the expense of a corner. So, British Gas refusing to lie down. Perhaps the pilot light hasn't gone out on their cooker. Perhaps they are now, even now, with 4.5 minutes left, going to pinch an equaliser and take us to extra time. Let us see. Kazi has gone across to take this corner. Johnson is there. Bob Bernard is there. It's come to the head of Higgins. Knocked back in by McDermott. Kazi was offside. The danger passes. And the Duchess can regroup. With less than 5 minutes to go. Robinson locks it long. McDermott battling in there. Dixon was there as well. Johnson. And he found Minghella. It's one for Broadbent to chase. Arnott, the man whose mistake caused the probable winning goal, nearly makes another mistake. Arnott throws it inside to Dak. Dak. Long. Yes, Jamie McDermott seemed to come up second best there from the challenge of Higgins and Ingle. 2-1, not really fair.
Exactly. If I didn't do it, I was off.
Kerr intercepts. And so, 2 minutes to the final whistle.
Hey, Gobi, get on field!
Higgins, suspicion of handball. Good skills by the big fella. Flicks it forward. Johnson intercepts. On the chest from Higgins again. Virtuoso performance from Higgins at the moment. French takes it under control. Tries the shot. And just puts it wide. Will have put the icing on the cake for the Duchess. into the last minute. Higgins up. Atkinson battles Johnson. A solid defence for the Gas. But he's only given it to Kerr. Spread wide to Cool. Kerr goes outside. Cool comes inside. Looks for Broadbent. Is Carsey in the way? 30 seconds. An hour watch, as you can see. From the final whistle. Arnott. Long ball for Bernard to chase. Bernard is chasing with Minghella. The linesman is flagging furiously out of your sight. Bernard is called for offside. How can we see from Tim? Stop it. Shaking the camera, you bum. We have cramp in midfield. Trevor Pole. Yeah, a lot of excitement going then. And Bernard was through, but the offside flag was raised quite early in the move, so it came to nothing. Mr. Pole again, it is, who's been flattened. I think it was cramp this time then. So we're into injury time now. Surely now the Duchess have done enough, if a little belatedly. The goal from Broadbent and French in the second half cancelled out the Bernard goal in the first half. Atkinson heads on. A goal of quality and a defensive error means that this McCain Cup is surely on its way to the Duchess. Arnott turns. He's done so well, Colin Arnott, apart from that moment of madness. Now he's lost out to Broadbent. Could this be a last-minute icing on the cake? French marginally offside. If he wasn't, then certainly Broadbent was. Nearly 2 minutes past normal time, and referee O'Brien has had enough. So British Gas and the Duchess are the proud owners, the new owners of the McCain Cup. They've beaten British Gas by 2-1 in a game where they trailed to that Bob Bernard goal. Really good, lovely goal in the first half, 24 minutes, possibly against the run of play. And that was the half-time scoreline of 1-0 to British Gas. The substitution 10 minutes into the second half, and French came on for Mickey Dennis, and French made a difference. He ran at the defenders, and it was he, in fact, who caused the equaliser. Free kick on the edge of the penalty area. It was taken by him, direct free kick, 27 minutes into the second half, and he chipped it straight into the top corner with Gary Ross unable to get a hand on it. And just 7 minutes later, Broadbent got the winner when a through ball, which had no danger on it at all, was collected by Arnott, and he put an appalling back pass into the pass of Broadbent, who in fairness was chasing and foraging, looking for bits and pieces. He got the bits and pieces, took it on, rounded Ross, and 11 minutes from time that was, he put in what turned out to be the winning goal. The presentation will take place in just a moment. Hi, Steve French, Paul Cool, Nick Robinson, Martin Ingleson, John Ingle, Rich Dixon, Ian Kerr, Dave Higgins, no, sorry, Atkinson Higgins, substitute, or the man who was substitute was Mickey Dennis, Paul Broadbent, and the losers, British Gas, who held the lead for so long, and there, Colin Arnott, who did so much to get them here and keep them there, and Deeply unfortunate. It was his weak back pass that gave away the winning goal to Paul Broadbent. We're over here. And now I think we shall move across to the team. Now the group photograph for the family album. Proud manager in the middle. And the backroom boys. You can hear, they'll never make a choir. The happy team with their medals and the McCain Cup.
We are the champions! 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 We are the champions! Serious. Everybody looking serious. Back row. We're not really after that. Back here.
When we've taken the family album, we'll have a word or two with one or two of the lads. More photographers than crowd, goodness me.
It's pissed already.
Don't move because they want names before you live.
Hurry up, I'm getting crumbed.
Right, give us a smile.
Well, he did
I've got it. It's big smiles, everybody look at this way, look at me, look like you've done some nice crying. And again. Don't break, what's your name?
I think this man is taking 4 photographs for every player, individually. But a tremendous achievement in a match which they trailed for so long. And perhaps the substitution when French came on. I don't think any other player, possibly in the 3rd and 4th divisions of the Sunday League, could have got that free kick. Just a moment while the photographer takes the names.
That's your goal,
Always a moment to savour when you win a cup. And we'll now speak Steve French, who got the equalising goal. You had another free kick later, and that was awful. That went over the bar. What went wrong with the first one?
I miskicked it.
You miskicked it, so it went in. But it was a difficult game. Bobbly ball.
Definitely the game, the pitch, bobbly. And it was warm.
And it was warm.
Very warm.
But you're not even sweating. But the equaliser didn't come a minute too soon, did it?
Oh no, it was just the right time to score. 20 minutes to go. Puts a bit of pressure back on them.
Because you hadn't really looked dangerous, had you, the whole game?
Not really.
Until that time.
No, not really. A couple lads up front just were going through the motions. And they got a bollock at half time, which they deserved. Second half, they done a wee bit more. And then the end of the day, we've won the cup.
A good goal from British Gas in the first half. Took it well with that.
All I saw was a ball going into the back of the net, actually. I was behind the crowd. So I'm glad I didn't see it.
Never mind, Steve. Thank you, Steve.
Cheers, Angus.
We've just got a Paul Broadbent now, who got the winning goal.
Paul Broadbent.
Oh, he's on commentary.
So Paul Broadbent got the winning goal. Well, Paul, a bit of a gift, the winning goal in the end.
Oh, I had to take it past the keeper.
You had to take it past the keeper. But Colin Arnold played so well the whole game. He just made that little mistake.
Yeah, we were going to try and play on him, and eventually he did one went wrong.
He made one mistake. And then, as you say, you were actually looking for it for that back pass, weren't you?
I saw he was going to pass it back. I mean, he's been doing them all afternoon, and I've been able to get there. But I saw this one coming.
Yeah, it took a long time to put it in there.
Well, you've got to keep the crowd in suspense, haven't you?
Certainly did that, because you've missed them from there before now.
I have. I had to make sure this time.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Paul. And now, final words with the manager. Well, made hard work of it in the end.
I thought Scarborough were unlucky, to be quite honest. They played well. They didn't play like a 4th division team, but having said that, I think substitution made all the difference. We started playing to our feet instead of nothing balls in.
But for an hour, you didn't look as if you knew the way through the defence.
They made it hard for us. That's what it's all about, a final. It's never going to be easy in a final. Ivan, I called you Ian before, didn't I?
That's right.
Ivan, it's never going to be easy in the final. We knew we had a hard game on our hands. I mean, they haven't won the 4th division for nothing. And we had everything to lose and they had everything to win, but the battle, and credit to them.
But a quality goal from the little fella, the equaliser.
Superb goal. Yeah, we have worked on his free kicks in training, and it's nice when they come off.
And Paul Broadbent did a lot of running for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And he got his just reward when he intercepted that back.
Yeah, we expect Paul to get into more positions than he was today, but he seemed to be too wide, and our half-time talk was to get him more into the box, which we did, and he got his just reward at the end of the day.
But a shock when the Gas took the lead, because the game was just evenly, it was just poddling along nicely, but it was a good quality goal.
It was a poor goal on our behalf, because we talked about the 2 players, McDermott in midfield for them, who was supposed to be picked up man-to-man marking, and also Rob Bernard, who got the goal, was supposed to be man-to-man marking. Unfortunately, we went to sleep and it went against us. So it was a good goal on their behalf, but a poor one on ours, because we talked about them 2 players.
So the first trophy for the Duchess?
First trophy.
First of many?
Hopefully, Ivan.
Thank you, John.
Thanks a lot.
There, the end of that. Fine 2-1 win for the Duchess. They made it tight, but in the end, a quality goal from young French, and of course Broadbent there intercepting the weak Arnold bat pass, gave the cup, the McCain Cup, to the Duchess. And I'm sure you'll see it on their shelf, certainly for the rest of the season and at the end of this film.
Oh, what can I do? John's here now, please. Do it. Here we are.
Hey, you can be first then, John, as captain, like, come on. That's the only time you knew you was your man. That's got 8 on feet.
Good man, is it? Yeah. Oh, it's a bit of a long here, though, isn't it? It's come with excitement.
Let's keep those dogs on the ground, John.
Here we go! 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 Forward like whoa.